There's something special happening in Canada, something you can't ignore. When the first drum hits, when the bass line slides in, when that unmistakable Afrobeats rhythm fills the room, Canadians don't just nod their heads, they feel it. You see it in the clubs of Toronto, in Ottawa lounges, Montreal block parties, and Calgary summer festivals. The energy is magnetic. So why do Canadian audiences love Afrobeats so deeply? Why does this sound, born thousands of miles away in Lagos, Accra, and Port Harcourt, resonate so powerfully here? The answer runs deeper than just the music. It's cultural, it's emotional, it's spiritual. Afrobeats is built on warmth, the kind of warmth that cuts through cold winters. The melodies are rich, the drums are alive, and the lyrics often speak of love, success, joy, and resilience. These are universal feelings, but the way Afrobeats expresses them, with swagger, confidence, and rhythm, connects perfectly with Canadian audiences, especially in a multicultural country where people are always searching for identity and belonging. Let's start with Toronto, the heartbeat of Canada's Afrobeats movement. Toronto is one of the most diverse cities in the world. You'll find Nigerians, Ghanaians, Caribbeans, Somalis, and people from every corner of Africa living side by side. But you'll also find Canadians who grew up surrounded by that influence, hearing Afrobeats at school dances, in college dorms, and at day parties. When artists like Wizkid, Burna Boy, and Davido started crossing over internationally, Toronto was ready. The city had already been vibing with Afro sounds for years. DJs like AJ Styles, Magic Flows, Havel, Damager, and Mendoza had been holding it down, spinning Afrobeat sets long before mainstream radio caught up. When global Afrobeats hit, Toronto didn't have to adapt. It was already living the culture. But even beyond the African and Caribbean communities, Afrobeats found love among Canadians from all backgrounds. Why? Because the music just feels good. There's something in its rhythm that pulls you in, no matter who you are. It's music that doesn't require translation. You don't have to understand every lyric to understand the emotion. You don't need to know Yoruba or Pidgin to feel the groove. The sound itself does the talking. Then there's the emotional connection. Afrobeat celebrates life, even when life is hard. It makes joy look cool again. In a world where so much music can feel dark or detached, Afrobeats reminds people to dance, to smile, to celebrate small wins. That positivity cuts across borders, and Canadians, who are known for their friendliness and openness, gravitate naturally toward that energy. Another big factor, the diaspora influence. Thousands of African students and immigrants have made Canada home over the past 2 decades. They brought their food, their slang, their style, and, of course, their music. From York University to Humber, from Ottawa U to McGill, African students became the lifeblood of campus nightlife. They introduced Afrobeats to their classmates, their roommates, their social circles. Before long, songs like Fall, Essence, and Peru were being played at every house party, club, and wedding. Social media also played a huge role. TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube have turned Afrobeats into a visual experience. Dance challenges, fashion trends, and viral edits have given Canadian audiences a front-row seat to African creativity. Young people across the country see that energy and want to be part of it. Afrobeats feels current, stylish, and global, everything a modern Canadian audience loves. And it's not just the sound, it's the vibe. Afrobeats events in Canada are a full sensory experience. The fashion, bold prints, bright colors, effortless swag. The food, jollof rice, suya, puff puff, plantain. The crowd, smiling faces, non-stop dancing, good vibes only. When you step into an Afrobeats event in Canada, you immediately feel like you've entered another world, one where joy is mandatory. There's also a deeper cultural layer here. Canada, as a country, values inclusivity. Afrobeats embodies that same spirit. It welcomes everyone. It doesn't divide people. It unites them under rhythm. Whether you're from Ghana or Jamaica, India or Italy, The beat is a common language. That's something Canadians connect with deeply. And let's be real, Canada loves a good underdog story. Afrobeats, for years, was an outsider sound. It wasn't taken seriously by the global music industry, but now it's dominating charts and stadiums. That journey, from overlooked to unstoppable, resonates with Canadians who admire perseverance and authenticity. You can feel that energy every time a major Afrobeats artist performs in Canada. Burna Boy sells out the Scotiabank Arena. Wizkid turns history into hysteria. Davido's crowds roar word for word. When Tim's hits that first note, the audience falls silent, captivated. These moments go beyond fandom. They're proof that Canadian audiences don't just enjoy Afrobeats, they believe in it. And now, we're seeing something even more beautiful. Canadian artists themselves embracing the sound. Artists like Teen, Nonso Amadi, and AJ Styles are blending local experiences with Afro-inspired rhythms, creating a sound that feels uniquely Canadian yet undeniably African. That fusion of roots and identity mirrors the story of Canada itself, different cultures coexisting, learning, and evolving together. Ultimately, the reason Canadians love Afrobeats so deeply is simple. It makes them feel alive. It's music for the body, mind, and soul. It's joyful without being shallow, emotional without being heavy, rhythmic without being repetitive. It's everything good music should be, and it brings people together in ways few genres can. Afrobeats has turned cold cities into warm dance floors. It's turned strangers into friends. It's given immigrants a way to express pride, and locals a new way to connect with the world. And that's something truly powerful. So when you hear that beat drop in a Toronto club, or see a sea of people vibing at Afrofest, remember, this isn't just another trend. This is a cultural movement built on unity, love, and rhythm. It's a sound that crossed oceans, melted borders, and found a home in Canadian hearts. If you're watching this right now, take a second to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Tell us your favorite Afrobeats artist or your best concert memory. Because this movement, it's just getting started. And if there's one thing Canada has proven, it's that when it comes to Afrobeats, this country doesn't just listen, it feels every single beat.